Well, if you're a conspiracy theorist, you've known about the North American Union for years, since 2007. So the idea is that Mexico, Canada, and the United States are going to become one thing. I've seen the currency. There's pictures of currency. There's pictures of this. There's going to be like a pipeline, trains. Mexico is going to need us. We're going to need them. Canada's going to need us. We're going to need them. Watching Trump sort of usher this in immediately is very eye-opening. Welcome back. A lot of things on the horizon. World Peace 2 is in its final stages. As finishing up a long 4-hour TV show is not easy. I know you guys think it's so fucking easy. Bad shows that are 1 hour total take a year and a half on full Hollywood budget with 35 people working full time. We have a full team. It is coming. It is close. We are in its last. It is in its gauntlet. I know I've been saying it for a while. It is what it is. But I promise you, when it comes out, it is
color
a
corrected
bomb.
as we speak.
Yes. Drive sent out? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It's a lot, guys. Trust me. I am not a full-on production master. I am a producer, and I am in the first stages, and I get off on the end like I did last time. And I'm always blown away at how much work it is, like anything. But no, World Peace 2 is going to polarize and pasteurize. But I like the house. I think
this was your idea, but it just popped in my mind. We should like do a sketch where you're like just a realtor, like a hidden camera sketch where you're a realtor with showing people a house.
Right, I'm taking a shit in the bathroom with the door open.
Yeah, don't look at that. Put shit in the house.
I think we should do one where I'm Anthony Jeselnik instead.
Oh, that sounds cool.
You should be Chris D'Elia's alt character, and I'll be Anthony Jeselnik.
Let me stop you there. I want to be Anthony.
Not so fast, Buster Brown.
Because I've been practicing my cadence, and it's actually a dead baby.
You can practice your cadence all you want, because my mother said to me, Anthony, why do you always talk about dead babies so much? And I said, Mom, people talk about what they like to fuck all the time.
I said, Mom, it's cheaper than a fleshlight.
I grew my hair out to a side part because not only does it look good, I know that when a cop pulls me over, I can suck his dick to get out of the tickets.
I said, wait, I don't remember a baby being allowed to be a cop. And then I fucked the baby.
And then he was pointing his rattle at me like it was a gun.
And I was scared. You got to do one of those.
Yeah. I was scared for a second because it looked like he had a gun on.
Because it looked like a gun.
And I said,
but it wasn't.
It was a baby's rattle.
Dead baby. I had just fucked.
And I told him straight up, if you don't put that rattle inside my ass.
Hey man, you gonna fuck that baby?
Look, I'm gonna be shit. We're having fun with that. And my mom said, Anthony. My mom said, Anthony, do you want to shave my pussy? And I said, Mom, I'm into men.
You gotta have like a little middle thing where it goes up. You go like, and I'll admit, I was confused. You know, in the middle, and then you get to the dead baby punchline.
And there was a second there where I was confused. Yeah, you're right. Goddamn.
But I wasn't sure.
Damn, that's fun.
Anyway,
I hope Anthony sees this and he says, Anthony, why is this fat fucking slob from Rhode Island trying to impersonate me? I'm Steak.
I was confused.
I
pushed the naked baby off my lap, and I fired off a very mean email.
And then I tried to explain to people that me dating Amy Schumer was like pushing a trash bag full of water up the stairs.
Yeah. Randy. Yeah, baby.
Hell yeah. Very nice. Whoever owns that house, you've got ass loads of class. You can come over to my house anytime. And if you're confused at why I'm inviting you,
just bring a dead baby for me to fuck.
Why don't you bring a dead baby and we can figure out which room in your house we're going to throw it against?
You fuck with Wayne Dedication 5? Much love.
I'm more of a Carter 3 guy myself. I was earning DUIs when that album came out. I remember I had an Escalade. I had an Escalade EXT with 24-inch Giovanni rims on it. My cousin played in the NHL. My cousin... a family friend cousin, and he used to buy like Range Rovers and Bentleys and shit, and he'd always like buy rims for cars, and like, I'll take the wheels off this Yukon, and I bought these rims off him, and I used to drive around in this. I bought this Escalade from my dad's friend who was a wholesaler. I bought the rims off him for like $2,500, and I had like an Escalade, a pearl white Escalade EXT with 24s on it. You gotta remember, I had a job when like 19, so I was like, I live with my parents. I need something to spend my money on. Yeah. And I was drinking and driving all the time. I remember specifically driving a lot to the Carter 3 album. Yikes. Look, yikes!
You shouldn't do it, but it happens, and it's fun.
Oh, I got my DUI.
Let's admit it. The only funny story I have from that album was we were starting class one day in Spanish class, and there was this kid playing it off his phone. Yep. Playing, what's the big one? A Millie?
Yep.
Off his phone, and the teacher's, Mrs. McGraw, she's like, turn that off. He's like, nah, this is the best rap song that's ever been made. And he just didn't turn it off and let it play for the whole thing.
Where was this, in Chicago?
Yeah. In,
Jesus Christ.
Flossmoor.
Yeah,
and
no,
he was kind of right.
I think I literally got a DUI while that album was playing. I got pulled over on Memorial Day with a bathing suit on and slippers, and I was absolutely annihilated. And the cop was like, "You've been drinking tonight?" And I was like, "It's fucking Memorial Day." And he's like, "Get out of the fucking car." And I was like, "That's that." But he was right though. Your buddy who was in class was right. No, that's women car salesmen are very rare. Women car salesmen are not. That's just not common. You know, it's
They look like Mrs. Elliot.
Yeah, they're like rough, and they're like cutthroat, like
they're doing
high
push-ups.
testosterone women, like low E, high T.
A lot of hair on their arms.
I remember one time this woman Ellen, my uncle was working at this Acura dealership, and they're like, "Watch out for Ellen, she's a fucking snake." And I was like, "Nah, we made friends right away." I was like, "Ellen, everybody says you're a snake." I was like, I always keep my enemies close. Yes. So, and she used to like she would card people and walk in, which is like, "Hey, what's up, Alex? Oh, I'm here looking at Acura. Here's my card. Take a look around the lot. When you're inside, come see me." And then take another up. That's very nasty behavior on a dealership. That's
dirty work.
Yeah, dirty work. So she knifing and backstabbing. And I remember she like knifed me on a deal in like a way where it was like, it'd be the equivalent of like you put moves on Jess. It was like bad. It was like fuck you shit. And I was like, Ellen, if you were a guy, I told her straight up, I was like 20 years old. I was like, I was drinking a lot. I was like, Ellen, if you were a guy, I would beat the fucking shit out of you. Straight. I was in a key room with her, like locked in a room, and she started crying. She was like a 55-year-old woman who was like a champion water cooler salesman. I remember like saying that. I was like, if you were a guy, I would fuck you up. I was like, that is I was like, I've been on your side. I'm the only guy in this whole dealership that likes you. You fucking cunt. And
crying immediately. And wow, good on her. She knows how to play the game.
Like right away.
She's playing to win.
Most of the chicks that are in the car business are fucking. They're built like dudes.
I saw the funny-ass video of him falling down the stairs today. He does a party trick where he falls down the stairs, and it was actually legitimately kind of funny.
Really?
Yeah, he said he was at a party, and he was like, "Hey, Barack Obama, I'm just introduced." Whoa! And then he falls down an entire flight of stairs.
Really?
He really did it, yeah.
Like on purpose?
Yeah. It's really funny.
Damn. I'm just a poor boy. Nobody loves me. What would it do? I mean, you guys, I've been saying this for years. The population of, do you guys know, it's a fun thing. I talk about this kind of a lot on stand-up sometimes. Do you know the population of Haiti?
4 million.
11 million. Do you know the population? I think so. Let me just, and then the population of Dominican Republic, 22 million. Population of Canada is 38 million, 39 million, 40 million. Okay. It climbed quickly because your country was butchered in the last decade, especially right here. But it used to be about 39 million. Canada's land rich. It always has been land rich. Alberta's fantastic. I like that Alberta. I don't know what you'd call, like, I don't know what your leaders are called, like the Duke of, the Duke of, but he clapped back. He was like, yeah, all right, how about I buy Minnesota and Alaska? And he's like, Alberta's the best province in the world to live in. He's like, we have the highest education rates, land ownership percentages, satisfaction of living, agricultural, blah blah blah, fiscal dependency. And I was like, that's cool. Not gonna happen. But I do like the talk of it. I remember hearing, like, I guess I'm from Quebec, which is like a mutt bayou person. I've heard someone told me this. I like the Hells Angels coming from Canada. I like formal anarchy. You know, like anarchy isn't what you think it is. It's not like a spray paint. You know, the actual anarchy symbol isn't what you think it is. It's this one. That's the real anarchy. Well, if you're a conspiracy theorist, you've known about the North American Union for years, since 2007, once you watch. So the idea is that Mexico, Canada, and the United States are going to become one thing. I've seen the currency. There's pictures of currency. There's pictures of this. There's going to be like a pipeline, trains. Mexico is going to need us. We're going to need them. Canada's going to need us. We're going to need them. Watching Trump sort of usher this in immediately is very eye-opening. Having Trump Jr. in Greenland today. He's going to Greenland saying they want to control they want to take it over from Denmark. That I love shit like that. I like land dense unspoken territory. Canada's got a ton of it. Look, It is what it is. I would keep my eyes peeled on that. And let me tell you something. You'd rather have Americans than what you got currently going on in there. Americans and Canadians would get along. I mean, they're pretty similar minded. Look, I would move to Canada in a second. I'd move to Quebec City. I'd move to Prince Edward Island. I'd be there in 1 second. I would join the Hells Angels in Canada. If I had to kill someone, I would do it. I'm just letting you guys know in the Hells Angels, I would join. I understand that I'm a family man, but sometimes things need to be done. No.
They would deserve it.
Yeah, I don't like. What's Denmark gonna do? Fucking draw me a chair? Please don't take back Greenland. They've been filming Mars, the Mars lunar rover in Greenland.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Greenland, northern Greenland's been like the sound stage for the moon and the Mars shit for years. But Prince Edward Island is fat. Canada's fat as shit. Maine is dope. But we have. I mean, look, you go to North Dakota. There is nothing in North Dakota. You know what I mean? Like, I've been saying for years that we're like land rich as shit, and it's only a matter of time before we get like semi-occupied. I've been saying this since like the beginning of MDE. Vancouver, you can have it. I don't give a fuck about the coastlines. I truly don't give a shit. I don't know. I don't know what means what or how it's gonna get there. But geopolitically, I know we are land rich as shit, and people actually want to live here. It's not some fucking hellhole. I don't know. It's an interesting time to be alive. I'm glad I'm here. It's probably dead median. I'd say maybe the median's like 4. Using my eyes, using my calculations, using my analyzing, using my Excel spreadsheets. Comp, / cell, insert column. Did Bam Margera die?
No, people say that all the time.
I'm so stupid.
No, that's what they call him. The kids call him May May.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
No, I'm totally alive, dude.
What the hell, dude? What the hell, dude? I was freaking 8 came down and talked to me. Novak called me. Novak called me fucking and said I got back on my board and I started skating, stretching, being good.
The only dude that would pick up the phone was Presley.
Preston Lacey.
Preston Lacey.
Fucking wee man won't even pick up my phone calls. I'm in Southern California, outside his house. I was like panicking when I was 20. I had like a panic attack, and I was like, I gotta get out of here. I gotta go to LA. I gotta go to LA. I put on Craigslist, I'll live in a house. This guy's like, I run a roller derby company, and I need help with marketing. I run like the biggest roller derby company in California. I was like, all right. He's like, I need help like setting up events. His name was Dan Ferrari. I get out there.
Sounds fake.
You can imagine what happened. I get out there. I'm like this. I move in. The house is. He sends me a picture of the house. The house is at the top of a hill in Escondido, California. $5 million house. I move in there. It's like me and the 60-year-old black guy living with this big fat gay guy. Yeah. Guy's like, yeah. So here's the deal. I run American Roller Derby Company. We put on events all up and down the California. I need people running my website, my Facebook, And I was like, all right. He's like, you can live here for free. It's cool. He's like, just help me set up. We have a truck. I was like, all right, cool. I get there. The guy's a fucking weirdo. And the black dude who's like living in the fucking, he lives in like the wing. We live in like a wing. Yeah. He's like, man, this guy's weird, but I'm living for free, so I don't give a fuck. And I was like, all right. Immediately like, oh, fuck, what the hell did I do? I should have known, right? He's like, they booked this dude for some weird shit. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, this dude's got some weird shit going on. And I was like, all right. And I'm like, hey, what the fuck's he talking about? Booking weird shit. He's like, let's put it this way. I'd give you $1,500 to jerk off on camera. And I was like, you're going to take me to the airport right now and you're going to pay for my flight ticket back or I'm going to stick that fucking knife in your throat. And he was like, are you kidding me right now? And I was like, he's like, what did you think was going to happen? I was like, not this. I was going to run a fucking roller derby company, which is fucking, as I'm saying it back, I'm like, this is fucking retarded. I remember like, I was back in 5 days. Yeah. I was there. I was like, I'm moving to California. I thought that was LA. I moved there. I remember I went on one date with a chick. I remember I made out with this one chick. And then it was like 5 days, and I was like, this is fucking ridiculous. I remember I walked to go get a job, so it was so strange.
5 days, $1,500 cash in hand? It's not bad.
Got the $1,500 and got it? Yeah, that was unfucking real. And I remember like, what the fuck? And he's like, yeah, dude, I was a roller derby dude back in the 70s. Like, the black dude was like a roller derby dude. And I was like, yo, this is fucking insane. Yeah, so I got the 1,500, cranked it in front of the fat gay guy. Yeah, that's out of control. Dan Ferrari was the guy's name. I remember I met like it's fucking out of control. Yeah, Ferrari. This is like when you could put an ad. I was like, I'll do maintenance. I thought I could live in like an LA house and like be a pool boy.
I'm handy.
Yeah, I'm handy. Right. I actually did. I ended up like putting a stone back and making concrete. I don't know, it doesn't matter. But that was fucking nuts. Came back and I was like, never again. And then I think I met someone like 7 months later. It was funny. But I was there and back and it was funny.